Hey everybody!
Hello, everyone.
Thank God it's Friday.
TGIF, everybody.
Oh, so happy to be with you and crafting and all that wonderful goodness. It's our favorite day of the week, so we get to play with our hands and make some fun stuff that's pup related, and life couldn't be any better, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Doesn't get any better
it's
than
so fun. So, we love to get together on Fridays and just do something in honor of our love of pups. And so, if you are new around here, I'm Hillary, and I'm here with Patty. Wrong direction.
that.
We're the co-founders of Hound Hugger DIY, and as I said, Fridays are our favorite days because we get to do these fun kind of easy crafts that are just, in honor of our love of dogs. So if you
Mhm.
know any dog lovers out there, or if you know any crafters out there that you think would enjoy this, please share the word because it really does help us out a ton. If you have questions as we're doing this, please put them in the comments. We love to interact. So
Yeah.
yeah, just the more the merrier. Come on in and yeah, share the love.
Exactly. Yeah, we've got a really fun craft today. It's a Dollar Tree DIY that's all about easy, quick, simple, and ends up looking absolutely adorable when it's done. So we're going to be making a dog Christmas stocking out of one of their pet blankets at Dollar Tree. Like, take one of the pet blankets, and then the only other supply that you'll need is one of their mop pads. I think they called microfiber duster mop pads. Yeah, I mean, okay, $1.25 each. It's $2.50, and we're gonna make the cutest little dog stocking you've ever seen. It's so adorable. It's so fun, so fuzzy, so festive. I can't wait to dive in. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take your pet blanket out of its wrapping. It's going to be a little wrinkly, and you're going to want to iron out all the wrinkles,
Yeah.
right? Just a good thing to do it to begin with. You can do it later on in the project, but it's good just to start with nice flat surface. And then the next thing you'll do is grab a piece of paper and kind of trace out. You can see it's like sketchy. I just kind of freehanded the shape of a stocking that I thought would look cute, and then you traced an actual stocking,
Yeah,
right?
I used one of our actual stockings, so that's
Yeah,
the size that I have, but as I was doing this, I was like, "You could do little tiny ones
I
too,
know.
like,
Yeah,
on gifts and things like that," so
I thought
it
about
would
that
be
with the
really fun.
leftover that I
Yep,
have. Yeah, it'd
yeah,
be
so
so
you
cute.
can use them, and it's 2 ingredients. It's so simple.
Right,
They
right.
also at Dollar Tree, so they have this really cute red and white, dog fabric. They also have some scarves and things
Hmm.
too. So, like, this same idea would work with they have other
Right,
types of blankets, things like that. So
right,
and
right.
this is the perfect craft to get the kids involved. So, especially if you're doing kind of the smaller versions of them and things like that,
Yeah,
'cause all
yeah.
you're doing is gluing. It could not be any easier.
Using scissors and glue, that's
Yep.
about it. It's super easy. So once you've got your pattern traced out, what you're gonna wanna do is kind of look and see where on your blanket that you're gonna wanna have the stocking. You're gonna kind of lift it up and put it back down and kind of imagine in your mind where these little paw prints and bones are gonna go. Sometimes the pattern is a little more blank than other, like some spots have like lots of red and not a whole lot of pattern, and sometimes there's a number of things together, right? So kind of think about where you want to lay that pattern out. And then you're just going to take a pen and you're going to trace around your pattern. What I would do is, this was the size of the pattern that I wanted when I finished. So you're going to need to, because you're going to be gluing edges together and turning it inside out and stuff, there's going to be a seam allowance. That's kind of a fancy term for, like, when you turn it inside out, it's going to shrink a little. So I would say add a half an inch, and even an inch if you want to. The more the merrier, right? It's going to give you closer to your actual size than if you actually cut out this size and then it'd shrink even more, right? It'd
Yeah,
make it even
it'll make
smaller.
it pretty skinny, once you turn it inside
Yeah.
out. Hey,
Mine's a
Phyllis,
skinny
we're
one
so
to
happy
begin
to
with.
have you here with us.
Yeah, hey Phyllis. Mine's a skinny one to begin with, so yeah, it would be even super skinny when it's done. And in fact, I did when I made one a couple days ago just to test this out, I did not give myself enough allowance. So I did trace out wider than my pattern, but I just didn't give myself enough. So I would say be generous with how you're tracing out around it, and then you're just going to cut out that pattern. It's super easy. I have it folded over, so I'm cutting two at once, but you can also, if you're really particular, which I was with my other one, you can kind of find a spot for one
Yeah.
and find a spot for the back and make sure it looks good from all sides.
Well, and if you're doing little ones too, that'll be more important. So you'll
Yes.
probably use like individual little pieces for the two sides of the stocking. If you're doing big ones,
Yeah.
you have a lot more. You're probably going to catch quite a bit of the pattern no matter what. So,
Right. Right. All right. So I'm just going to cut this out here. So here's my little shape. And yeah, I've got some good pattern on the back. See, there's like a big space there. So it's fine. We're going to be covering it up. So that's okay. But it is nice. I'm kind of figuring out where
yeah.
I want my pattern to go. So it is nice that way. All right. So once you have that all done, take my pattern and put it away. Now we're going to, this fleece doesn't really have a right and wrong side. What that means is like one side is looks prettier than the other. What I did notice is it does kind of look a little fuzzier on the backside. So again, I was being super particular about it. So if you want, you can take the good side, the front, and match it with the front of the other one so that the wrong sides or the back side is facing you.
Yeah.
If you want to do that. If you want to be particular about it, you don't have to.
Yeah, this is pretty forgiving, but if you had if
Yeah.
you're using a different fleece or a different blanket or some other different type of material, same idea, but using that,
Yeah.
just put the right sides together. So you have the right sides together sandwiched in the middle, and then when we flip it around after we're done gluing,
Yeah, we'll
then
turn
the
it inside
seams will
out.
be on the inside. So,
Yeah, exactly. All right. Then we're going to grab our favorite handy dandy beacon glue. And oh my gosh, I love this stuff. It's awesome. So we're going to glue around. Be sure don't glue the top. Don't glue the top. You're going to glue that closed. This is an open stocking. I almost did that. So you're only gluing around the sides and the bottom and up the sides again. And so we're just going to quickly see how quickly we can get this glued together.
And I was just thinking, if you were doing the small version, so you can tell my brain is kind of working on this little alternate version of the craft. If you were doing the small versions, you could use a little bit of the polyfill and fill them up, like if you used them as kind of gift tags or gift embellishments
Oh,
or something
cute.
like that.
Yeah,
So,
or little ornament.
yep,
You can make a little Christmas ornament.
yep. And then you would
Thank
glue
you.
the top.
Yeah, and then you would glue the top. Yep. Or you could leave it open and put a little candy cane inside or something.
Yep.
But yeah.
And this, as Patty mentioned, this is our absolute favorite glue, the beacon glue. It's got the perfect, the perfect amount of tackiness, the perfect
Mhm.
amount of allowance to let you continue to adjust things if you need to.
Right.
But
It'll stick it down, but you can pick it up
yeah,
and move it if you need to.
yep. And it
And I
lasts a
like,
long time. So,
yeah. And I really like how easy it flows. Even like I'm near the bottom of my jar on this one, and it's still pouring out of the jar. So sometimes glues get really thick when you get to the bottom and it gets hard. You're shaking and shaking and shaking and trying to get it out. The stuff stays, the flow on it stays really nice.
and we're using it today, obviously, for fleece, so fabric, kind of what it's intended. But we use this for all kinds of crafts. It
Yes,
works great for.
not just fabric.
They do
Phyllis,
have other types of glues.
they do. I know.
We might have to try those.
I know.
Missing out on something here.
I know. I'm just so used to this one. So Phyllis says she loves using fabric glue because her sewing machine's not working. So
Yep.
it's a good backup. And when it dries, like you know, use it, you can make clothes out of this stuff.
Mhm.
When it dries, it's secure. I've used it for emergency hems or to adjust the collar or V-neck on a shirt. It's good stuff.
I'm just going to use a little hot glue here at the top. So if you weren't using fabric glue, you could use hot glue as well.
Mhm. Or you could hand sew it if you
Yep.
wanted to. Like, there's lots of ways to put it together.
And if your sewing machine is working, you could just
Yep. Oh my
sew it
god,
up
you
real quick.
can zip right through.
Yep.
Yep. Real fast. All right, so I'm just staying along the edge, as close to the edge as I can as I go all the way down. I'm almost there.
You're going to want to give this a second to tack up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's some little
Yeah.
some bobs there.
Oh, cute. I like that yours is wider than mine. Like, you could really fill it with lots of good stuff. I just drew a picture of what I imagined a stocking would look like in my head for my template, rather than pull out. I'm still trying to get out. Maybe this weekend I'll get my Christmas decorations out. I've got a few out, but the tree's not up yet. It's been a crazy year. All right.
I'm about halfway done with my Christmas decorations. So I've got a lot of the stuff. We get a live tree, so we're waiting. We might look this weekend, but we might wait a little bit longer.
Okay.
But the big one that I still need to do yet is all the lights outside. So it's supposed to be warm this weekend. So that might be on a little to-do list for.
There you go. We did the lights because it gets, like you said, it gets chilly, and the older I get, the wimpier I am. I want to do it when the weather's warm. So we picked a warm day and got the lights up. Okay, so we're going to set this aside for just a second, I guess, so we can let it dry a little bit longer. I have my heat tool out too, or hair dryer you can use to blow it dry a little, but I'm going to just let that sit for just a second. We can measure our little top here. And so you could do the whole thing. I think it's kind of thick for this. It just depends on the size of the stocking that you have. Oh, that would be cute. Maybe you don't need to cut yours down.
I'm kind of thinking, so I was debating on whether I was going to cut it. I think I will cut it.
I'm going to cut mine down.
You can kind of see,
and
you can see on the back, there's these seams, but you can see
there's fabric in between.
Fabric so that you can kind of cut.
So there's space to cut. Yeah. So I'm just going to cut. It looks like there's 4 rows of this microfiber stuff. I'm just going to cut one of the rows off. And it gets messy because on the ends, there's no fabric there you got to cut through the microfiber. So just be prepared for some flying fluff. All right. I'm just cutting right down that seam there. Hi, Josie. You helping me out today?
Helper?
You being a crafty helper?
And if you kind of like pull this apart, it'll help to not quite so much fluff that you.
Right. You'll get fluff on the ends.
Yeah.
You'll get some stuff on the ends that comes off. And you can actually glue those down, which I think I'll do ahead of time. Glue those down just to prevent excess fluff coming off. And just bunch it up. It'll all get hidden.
And so for mine, I think I'll probably need both. I have 2 of these little mop heads for mine because mine's a little bigger.
Yeah.
I think for yours, your size one works because you can use this little scrap piece and
Yes, exactly. I'll use the scrap to fill in any gaps. All right, I'm just going to glue some of that excess little fluffy stuff down. All right, I'm going to give it a go. Turn this inside out and see what happens. And the more narrow your stocking, the more you're going to want it to be dry before you do this. The wider your stocking, the easier it'll be to turn it inside out. Looks cute. It's getting there. So to get the footy part.
all right. I just love like who would have thought a mop head? You know, like it's so fun to see these creations and they're so much like you're doing what with what and it turns out so cute.
It does turn out cute. It looks so cute. So Phyllis wants to know where we're located. So Hillary and I are in 2 different states, several days drive apart. I wish we were closer together. Yeah. I'm in Indiana.
Yep. And I'm in South Dakota, kind of the Black Hills area of South Dakota.
Yeah, and I'm in a little historic town just outside of Indianapolis. So nice small town feel, but close enough to the big city if I need to be. All right. And it is chilly today. It's wet and drizzly, but we're bringing our own sunshine into the day today. So here it is, all turned inside out. So it did get a little skinnier. Did yours get skinnier?
I haven't turned mine inside out yet.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
No, I was still cutting my other piece.
Oh, that's right. You had 2 of them.
Yep. So we'll give this a try. See how it.
I got glue on my hands.
Get that little toe.
I know, that's it. And you can put your fingers in there and kind of really push out that fabric to round out the edges and stuff. So it dries very quickly though. Like it dries pretty quickly, doesn't it? All right. These are so cute.
They really are.
I love them. They're so adorable. All right. So now we're going to grab our handy dandy glue again, and we're just going to glue across the top and fold it over. And then if you have a little gap, you can use the excess that you cut off and fill in the gap there. So that's what we're going to do next.
And I love these as like inexpensive, like gift for the groomer, gift for the vet, you know, like something you can kind of fill in some fun little things in the inside of it.
Yeah, you can put some gift cards in there. Yep. Some dog toys and gift cards.
Yep. And the fact that it's handmade, like everybody loves handmade gifts. So, and this one's so easy, inexpensive, like
way cuter than like a gift bag, you know, like this would be a cute, you know, and it's only $2.50. So holy cow. It's sometimes cheaper than a gift bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could put like hot cocoa in there, or you could put it, you could make it a people gift, or you could make it a dog gift, dog lover's gift.
Yeah, I do for some family and friends, we do like different snacks and treats and things like that. And a few of them have new pups this year. So I'm thinking I might reuse this as the sort of pup gift that go to those families.
Great idea. Yeah. Put in some puppy toys.
Yep.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm literally just covering this backside with glue here. And then I'm going to wrap it around.
And I just put it on the fleece and
yeah, whichever way.
Whichever direction, yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna give that a go.
Actually, So it's very forgiving. I'm going to pull this up because I realized I
Mhm.
put my seams in a different spot. So that,
Yeah, no, that's what I love about this glue. And I'm gonna put my hand in the hole here at the top to make sure that I'm not gluing the
gluing.
whole like that the
Yeah.
glue goes all the way through. It really won't, but I'm just want to be careful about that. And then I do have a spot here that I'm gonna need to fill in.
And mine will be pretty big that I'll need to fill.
Yeah, my toes poking out. But yeah, this is, I mean, we're almost done. Like it goes by so quickly. It's really easy to do.
Yep. And I just love it. It's a great one. Like if you were putting gift bags together or something like that with a group, this would be a fun one to do together.
Oh yeah.
So here's my little chunk that I have
Okay.
uncovered. So I'm gonna
Yep, that's what I've
puzzle
got.
piece in a piece there.
I've got one that's about a little smaller, but about that size. And I'm getting some fluff in there. That's okay. It's all going to get covered up. Some of the excess fluff that's flying around is getting in there. That's okay. And then I'm just going to take this extra piece and are you getting into trouble, little puppy? Come here. Come here. Just chewing on my wastebasket. Here we go. Here. There you go. All right.
So far, our Christmas decorations have, so Hazel's first Christmas, she definitely tried to take down many of the Christmas decorations.
Oh boy, I know.
So far, we have done pretty, like nothing's been destroyed yet. So
Okay,
feeling like that's a win. And
that is a
husband,
win.
yeah, my
That
husband was making coffee this morning and I thought it was Hazel taking down the Christmas decorations. And I was like, what are you doing down there? He's like, I'm making coffee. I was like, oh, I thought you were Hazel eating the Christmas decorations.
Too funny. So I am just weaving my excess piece like back and forth and back and
Oh,
forth
that's a great idea.
to fill in this gap.
I just used the other little chunk from my other mom.
Yeah.
And you really don't see like those seams disappear with all
They totally, yeah, that's the good part about having all this fluff. Everything just goes away. I mean, I could have cut each one, but then I'd have more excess fluff kind of going everywhere. So I just want to make sure. Down to the bottom here.
I need to glue these together a little here in the seam.
How are you coming along? Is it?
Yeah, just kind of gluing the seam down together so that
okay,
it'll stay together.
That's what I'm doing. I've got one last little seam to work on. I feel like Santa's elf. I'm working in a little workshop and I got little fluffy stuff going everywhere. Yeah, it's fun.
I prefer the fluff to glitter, I'll be honest. I like glitter at the end, but working with glitter or having glitter sort of scattered throughout is not my most favorite thing.
That's so funny.
So there we
All
go.
right. Yay. Isn't this adorable? Isn't this adorable? Oh my gosh, I just love it. Okay, so then we just need to make a little hanger. And you can take some ribbon. I just have a scrap piece of ribbon in a festive green color with, of course, paw prints on it. Got this at Amazon, and I think there's a link in our tutorial where you can grab that.
And I just have some black and white that I have.
That's cute. Yeah, that's cute. And so we're just going to glue it to the top here on the inside, on both sides of the inside here.
Yeah.
Give it a good amount of glue. The nice thing is these bags aren't heavy, so as soon as this glue dries on the hanger, it'll be plenty strong.
So, and I'm using hot glue on this one, just to
Okay.
put a little dab of glue on each side.
Yep. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So let's see, I'm glued in the center there, the top.
I'm just
so adorable.
Glue these guys together. And yeah, like I said, you could use hot glue start to finish for this one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Whatever you have.
I love our beacon glue.
So
we're not affiliated with them. We just love it. We just love it.
It just works really well. And we've gone through a fair amount of different types of glues and finally found this one that really does work well.
Exactly. Hey, Georgie. Oh, it's always great to hear from you. She says that's a lot of glue. It is a lot of glue.
Well, and sometimes it looks like a lot because it looks like we're squeezing, but there's nothing.
Right. It's just a thin bead, that we're using. But yeah, it's so fun, so easy, so festive. These are just adorable, aren't they? They're so cute. I just love them. This pet blanket caught my eye when I was at Dollar Tree, and I just thought this would be the cutest. And then, of course, in our Dollar Tree, the pet supplies were in the same section as some of the cleaning supplies. So I ran by the mop head and I saw the pet blanket all in the same aisle. I'm like, this would be a perfect combo to make a really fun stocking. And then here's one I made the other day that you can see it filled with all kinds of fun little doggy toys and stuff. But you can see it's skinnier because I didn't cut as much for a seam allowance. So I used the same pattern for both, but you can tell today's is a little wider. So yeah, give yourself a little extra room when you're cutting that out so that they don't end up quite so skinny, but that's okay. We've got a girly leg here. We've got a skinny girl leg stocking. So that's fine for the holiday.
Yep. And here's my big one that I used, the stocking that I have hung kind of as the pattern for it. But again, I love the idea of making little tiny ones, which
I know. I thought about that would
turn out really cute too.
Yeah, because you've got a bunch left over, and you could make some really cute tiny little bone stockings out of these. Would be just adorable. Would be adorable.
If you guys give these a try, please share some pictures, tag us on Hugger DIY so we can find them because we love seeing what you all create. If you know somebody that would enjoy this, please share it along. It helps us a ton. And there's a link to step-by-step instructions. This one was pretty easy, but there's a link to step-by-step instructions also in the description if you need.
Exactly. And to our pups, from our pups to yours, we hope you're enjoying your holiday season. Our Snuffle Toy Club opens today, so you're welcome to join that. We've got lots of other fun things going on, so please like, subscribe, follow, comment, share, tag your friends, all that good stuff. We're really up for having a yappy holiday season with you. Hope it's a good one.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.